You may find a travel backpack too big to carry during your trip, and you're definitely not dragging rolling luggage through the museum. So how do you carry drinks, a jacket, a wallet, and your phone? That's where a packable day pack comes in handy. We're taking a look at 10 great options, starting with this new packable backpack from Tortuga. We're actually giving away this backpack right now with some of their new gear, so be sure to check that out at the link in the description below. At just 11 ounces, this 19-liter backpack is much more manageable to be carrying around all day long. Don't get us wrong, we love their Travel Backpack Pro, but at 40 liters, it's just a little bit too big to be carrying around to museums and coffee shops. While their packable bag is just the right size to fit under the airplane seat in front of you, we don't love the look of carrying two backpacks through the airport. Instead, you tuck the 8x6-inch pouch inside of your bigger bag and unfold it once you get to your hotel. The bottom is beefed up with Extrema material for extra durability, while the 70D ripstop nylon makes up the rest. The thin padding and breathable mesh on the back panel and shoulder straps is enough for short trips, and there's even a movable sternum strap if you want extra support. We never really found ourselves needing it, but it is nice to have if you find yourselves carrying something heavier throughout the day. There's minimal organization with just a top quick grab pocket and an open main compartment. Loading up the top pocket drags down the front when you unzip the main area, but that's a sacrifice you make for packability in general, since these kinds of bags often lack structure. You'll want to use a laptop case, pouches, or packing cubes to organize the inside of the bag and prioritize putting softer gear against your back. But that goes for pretty much any packable backpack out there. When it's time to head home, just unload the bag and repack it into that top pocket, and you can easily stuff it into your travel backpack until you need it next. On the other hand, the Matador ReFraction has a little more organization, yet it compresses slightly smaller than the Tortuga bag. Of course, it's only 16 liters instead of 19, so that makes sense, but every inch counts when you're making space in your travel bag. We really like the look and the feel of the 100D recycled nylon and blue sign materials. Most of the exterior is made up of stretchy fabric, yet the blue slate color matches the weather-resistant nylon well, and it feels durable enough for daily use. Don't worry, you can also get it in black or Arctic white, but regardless of what you choose, they all have these really sleek reverse coil AquaGuard style zippers. There are stretchy front and side pockets that can hold a water bottle and a packable jacket, and the main compartment is easy to pack with minimal structure that makes it easy to squeeze in extra gear. There's also a quick grab pocket at the top that we use for a wallet and sunglasses, although like the Tortuga, its primary purpose is as a stuff sack for the bag. We find that the organization and size work really well for remote work at a cafe while traveling, which is why we added it to the digital nomad packing list, but you'll want to use a protective sleeve when you bring a laptop. Like the Tortuga backpack and honestly a lot of packable backpacks, the harness system is fairly simple. Thinner straps include a micro mesh lining and a thin sternum strap if you need to shift the weight of your gear forward. There's no padding or breathable mesh on that back panel though, so if you're going to be carrying this in hotter weather, you may be more at risk for a sweaty back, so keep that in mind. This mystery ranch may be a better option if you're exploring the great outdoors. It has features that you're going to appreciate on the trail. The 100D Cordura ripstop fabric creates a durable yet lightweight way to carry a hydration bladder, snacks, and extra layers throughout your hike. There are 2 daisy chain attachment points on the front, 2 carry loops, and elastic loops up top to hold hiking poles or other tools in place. We have no problem sliding a water bottle into the side pocket since it has a wide elastic to keep your drink from falling out, and since packable bags can be floppy, we like that the side compression straps keep sagging to a minimum when you're carrying less. However, the 19-liter bag lacks breathable mesh or padding on the back panel, so be careful where you pack your gear inside because it can poke into your back as you walk. The shoulder straps are broad, thin, and lightly padded, which is what we see on other packable day packs, but also include a beefy adjustable sternum strap and a pass-through for the hydration bladder on the right side. The bladder pocket is pretty thin, so unlike other packable bags, it doesn't double as a laptop pocket. The in and out pack stuffs into its front zipper mesh pocket to condense down to a slim rectangle for storage, but it's a super tight squeeze, so we don't like to do it often. The bag is quite thin, so you may find it easier to pack underneath a layer of cubes in your suitcase or a backpack than to stuff it away. It's just as easy to stay connected in another country with Saily, this video's sponsor. The eSIM service from Nord Security helps me get online as soon as I land in a new place. I don't like to rely on Wi-Fi when I'm traveling because there are plenty of times that I've landed in another country and I couldn't connect, especially at airports where you often have to pay extra for speed and reliability. Plus, paying for international data or roaming gets really expensive. Even though my phone plan worked in Thailand, I got better, cheaper service with an eSIM. Saily is available in more than 150 countries, and you can access some of the best rates online, saving money on roaming fees without waiting in long lines to buy a local card. Plus, you'll avoid getting scammed with a card that doesn't work. It's super easy to use. Just buy the plan and install the Saily app at home before you leave, and then you'll be ready to connect internationally right when you land. You can give Saily a try and support Pack Hacker by going to saily.com/packhacker, link in the description below. Now, back to the packs. If you're willing to forego a few bells and whistles to save money and space, check out this 10-liter backpack from FORCLAZ. It's one of the lightest and most budget-friendly packable backpacks you can get, and it packs down to be one of the smallest on this list. If you remember the wind pants of the 90s or have seen them at throwback parties, you'll get a good idea of how the polyester bag feels in your hand. It's not very thick and may not be the most durable, yet its water resistance holds up to light rain, and it stretches a little to accommodate heavy loads. It lacks extra pockets to organize your gear, with just a tiny pocket on the back panel that the bag packs into. We don't mind storing flat gear like a passport or minimalist wallet here, but realize that whatever you pack inside will rest against your back. So make sure it's nothing too chunky or lumpy. This bag lacks padding or breathable mesh on the straps and the back panel, and the straps are extremely thin where they attach. Because of this, we found that the adjustment can sometimes slide out of place as we put on or take off the bag, especially with heavier gear inside. So we prefer using it for lightweight items like an extra layer and snack bars. While you can put a travel water bottle inside, because this material is so thin, you're gonna feel it through the fabric, and that extra weight with the heavier water can pull down on those straps and make them a little bit more uncomfortable. So we don't really recommend it. With all of that in mind though, at the time of this video, this is only $7, so you really can't beat the price. If you prioritize comfort over compression, you might want to check out the Go Pack 2. While it doesn't stuff into a pocket or a sack, it's super thin, so you can easily lay it at the bottom of your Air Travel Pack 3 or another large travel backpack. To us, this just feels like a regular day pack that happens to be more packable. The Bluesign approved 210D Cordura crinkled nylon feels durable and less crunchy than some other packable bags. While the back panel has mesh for breathability and a little padding, we can still feel gear poking through if you pack angular items along that back panel. The shoulder straps include mesh and light padding that's more substantial than any other bag we feature in this video, and they attach with a webbing strap for added flexibility at the top. It also includes more organization, like a slip pocket topped with a magnetic buckle on the front that's large enough for a jacket, and a top quick access pocket where we pop our phone, sunglasses, and wallet. There's plenty of storage in the main compartment, from liner and zipper pockets to a laptop sleeve that protects up to a 16-inch device with a bit of padding on the back panel and a slight elevation off the bottom of the bag. Plus, the luggage pass-through makes it a great personal item bag if you're going the rolling luggage route. We're not the only ones who like this bag. Many members of Pack Hacker Pro also own it. While we personally find it an excellent option for exploring a new city, we think that it's better left at home if you take on more rugged adventures or are looking for something more, well, packable. You should check out this Osprey bag when looking for something that's light on your back and good for the environment. The Remnants Packable Daypack has 210D ripstop nylon for durability. While that might not be unique, the fact that it's repurposed fabric from other manufactured bags is. Since the fabric comes from other non-packable bags, it has more structure than other options we've tested. We find that it's easier to get gear inside of here since you're not dealing with the floppy material. However, it makes repacking it into the top pocket a bit more challenging. You win some, you lose some, but we like what we get with this bag overall. It includes 2 gusseted water bottle pockets topped with elastic that can accommodate larger and smaller bottles, and a slightly more durable material on the bottom and back panel of the bag. The harness system is simple but hits all the right notes, with just a bit of padded lining and breathable mesh on the shoulder straps, which are wide enough at the top to distribute the weight of what you carry inside the bag. The top pocket is a good size for your wallet, phone, and keys, and the main compartment has plenty of space for a packing cube or two, an extra layer, or a laptop in a protective case. When it's time to pack it away, the pocket where you tuck the bag has Osprey's signature ring pull on the reverse side. It's much easier to grab this than it is to grab those small metal tabs or paracord pulls that a lot of other packable bags have, which makes closing this pouch much more ergonomic. Unlike the Osprey, you do sacrifice structure with this ultra lightweight bag. On the other hand, it packs down to be roughly the size of a tennis ball, and is the smallest packable bag on this list. So it's a really solid pick when you're short on space in your travel backpack. The 20-liter Sea to Summit Ultra-Sil Daypack is made with water-resistant 30D siliconized Cordura fabric and has reinforced bar tacks at stress points. That means that even with its super lightweight fabric, it can handle heavy loads without breaking. However, it lacks padding on the shoulder straps or the back panel, so we don't like loading it up with too much heavy gear. It works well to carry books home from the local library, packable towels and sunscreen to the beach, or a few groceries home from the local market, and depending on the colorway you choose, your friends will be able to spot you through the trees on your next hike. We're looking at you, spicy orange. While you could use a lightweight travel tote instead, the wide shoulder straps make this more comfortable to carry while walking home or riding a bike, and the top zips shut to keep your gear from falling out. There are even a few attachment points at the bottom where you can connect a bike light if you're heading home in the dark. There aren't any extra pockets or compartments aside from the main area to fill, so you'll want to use pouches to organize your gear, but sometimes the simplest things work the best, and we find this Daypack continues to hold up to what we throw at it, even after months of testing. This bag takes a minimal harness system to another level. The 16-liter pack is supported by slender webbing straps, almost like a drawstring bag. However, they're enough to support the weight of the things that we usually carry in a packable day pack, like snacks and an extra layer. The PFC-free nylon is fairly water resistant for how thin it is, and the bag has a roll-top closure to keep moisture from seeping inside. That makes this a great companion for beach or boating adventures. Just don't drop it in the water. We want to be clear, it's not submersible. However, it will keep your sunscreen and trail mix dry and give you a way to carry them throughout the day, whether you're at a music festival or an amusement park. Plus, with all the bright and fun colorways available, your friends and family will have no trouble finding you in line at the food truck. It doesn't include any organization or a pouch to pack it all in, but you can roll it up to be about the size of your t-shirt or smaller, so tuck it in your packing cube or backpack just in case. If you're not optimistic about that bag's lack of structure, you might want to check out something closer to this 10-liter backpack. The Flowfold Optimist is great for everyday and travel, although it is a little crunchy. Okay, a lot of crunchy. However, the recycled polyester Eco Pack makes it one of the more water-resistant bags on this list, and it has AquaGuard YKK zippers and other features you don't usually find on a packable bag. The straps are thin and unpadded, however, they're wide enough to distribute the weight. Plus, too much padding adds a lot of bulk, which is not what we're looking for in a packable bag. It does have a stash pocket for smaller gear on the front of the bag and an open main compartment. The Optimist doesn't pack into itself, but rolls up or lies flat at the bottom of a larger travel bag if you don't want to use it as your personal item bag on the plane. If you're pairing it with rolling luggage, however, we think it's great to tuck under the seat in front of you since its structure makes it closer to a day pack, though keep in mind that there's no luggage pass-through. If you're looking for something with more structure, check out how firm this NOMATIC bag is. It's easy to pack away since you just stuff the bag between the two panels, plus it doubles as extra support. The 16-liter bag is made with a lightweight nylon shell and EVA foam, which forms the exterior of the packed bag and the back panel when you wear it. It opens with YKK zippers with wire and plastic pulls that you can weave a lock through when you have gear packed inside the main compartment like a laptop. An internal sleeve can hold up to a 16-inch device, though we put it in a case because it lacks extra padding for protection. However, it also works for a hydration bladder since there is a pass-through near the top carry handle that you can feed the tube through. There's a top pocket for quick grab items, but like many packable bags, it sags things down if you put a lot inside. Plus, you can store things outside in the two stretchy mesh pockets like a standard width water bottle or an umbrella. While you can carry a lot in this bag, it has a minimal harness system with thin padding and breathable mesh on the shoulder straps and foam padding on the lower 2/3 of that back panel. The two panels of foam padding do a decent job of blunting the feel of the gear pressed against your lower back, which is nice, although the thin shoulder straps are so minimal that they easily twist and bunch as you put them on. So there are some of the packable backpacks that we bring on our trips. Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.